Assalamu alaikum and good morning students. It's biology for class 10 and today I will again start the topic that is how do organisms reproduce. Um, a- Almost half of the lesson I already explained you and then I stop it for the midterm exam, and as your midterm exam started, so today again I started the topic that is how do organisms reproduce. Fast recalling of the topic that is male and female reproductive system. In human being, the sexual reproduction take place, and sexual reproduction means in which the two parents are involved, one male and one female. In human male reproductive system, the main primary organ is testes. One pair of testes are present in human male human, and it is located outside the body. As it is located outside the body, the protection for the protection of testes, there is a muscular pouch is present on it, and it is called scrotum. Why the testes are located outside the body? Because the production of sperm required the less temperature than the human body temperature. That's why the testes are required outside the body. What is the function of testes? The function of testes is to produce the male gametes, that is sperm. Okay. So the production of male gametes start when a human male reaches to the puberty. Clear? So the main function of testes is to produce the male gametes sperm. And second function is it produces the male sex hormone, that is testosterone. Testosterone is responsible for all the secondary sexual characteristics of human male, like the deep voice, the facial hair, like the strong muscles, etc. are the secondary sexual characteristics of the human male, and it is the responsibility of testosterone. Then another part is there, that is vas deferens. Vas deferens are the tubular structure. From each testis, one vas deferens arises. And the function of the vas deferens is it transfers the sperm to urethra. Urethra in human male is doing the dual function. The first um, to throw out the urine from the body, and the second to ejaculate the sperms. Okay, so there is one organ is there, urethra, which is doing the both function. Now the next, there are the two glands are present, prostate glands and seminal vesicle. They both secrete the fluid, and the function of this fluid is provide the nourishment to the sperm, okay, and a medium for sperm to move. So the for movement of the sperm, the fluid of the prostate gland and seminal vesicle provide a medium, works as a medium. Semen is a word. It is used for the sperm and plus secretion of prostate gland and seminal vesicle. Combinedly, it is known as semen. So this was a brief introduction about the male reproductive system. Now, female reproductive system. The primary organ of female reproductive system is ovary. Similar to the male, the one pair of ovaries are present in female. And the function of ovary is to produce the female gamete, ova or egg. Okay. Actually, the in a human female, the eggs are present in the ovary from the birth. Okay. But the maturation and the release of ovum take place when a female reaches to the age of puberty. Clear? So this is a difference. In male, the production of sperm take place at the puberty, and in ovary the eggs are already present but the release of eggs start when the girl reaches to the age of puberty. Another function of ovary is to produce the female sex hormone, that is estrogen and progesterone. The function of estrogen and progesterone is they are responsible for the secondary sexual characteristics of the female. Now the next is coming, that is fallopian tube. One pair of the fallopian tube is present. Each arises from the ovary, and the function of fallopian tube is it is site of fertilization. Means the fertilization occurs in the fallopian tube. The ovary release the ova and it comes to the fallopian tube, and here the fertilization occurs. Another name of fallopian tube is oviduct. The next organ is there, that is uterus. Uterus is a sac-like structure and the development of the embryo takes place here. Okay, so it is a brief introduction or explanation about the female reproductive system. Now today's topic, fertilization. What is fertilization? The fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. This is the female gamete egg and these are the sperms. Okay, sperms are having head, middle piece and tail, and they can motile, while the eggs are non-motile. I'm saying you the differences between the egg and sperm also. And sperm both are single cell, but egg is non-motile while the sperms are motile. Sperm having a tail, eggs do not have. The size of egg is larger while the size of sperm is smaller. Clear? Now, the fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization, and at the result of fertilization, the zygote is formed. Clear? Egg is known as unfertilized egg and zygote is called fertilized egg. Understood? The another name of zygote is fertilized egg. Here you can see the picture. This is ovary. Ovary is releasing the ova or egg. It comes to the fallopian tube. And here what happened? Here the fertilization take place. This is ova and here the fertilization. The ovary release the ova. This process is called ovulation. Here now the sperm reach here and the fertilization occur. Clear? After fertilization, this egg convert into zygote. You can see over here. Now, this zygote, what happened? Here in the zygote, the division start. The multiple time division take place. First it convert into 2 cell. Here you can say 4 cell. Then here it again multiply, and in this way it can become a mass of cells, a lump of cell, and this is called embryo. So the zygote after multiple division converts into the embryo. This embryo slowly moves towards the uterus and then it is stuck to the wall of uterus. Clear? Ovary release the ovum, fertilization occur, convert into zygote, and the zygote multiple time division convert into embryo, and this embryo stuck to the wall of uterus. The process of embryo stuck to the wall of uterus or the attachment of embryo to the wall of uterus is called implantation. Clear? Now the two important terms, ovulation, the release of egg from the ovary is called ovulation. The another term, implantation, the attachment of embryo to uterine wall is called implantation. Okay, students, you can see over here, this is the image. This is uterine wall. Okay, here you can see these are the blood vessels. These are the villi which increase the surface area. And here this is a special structure. This is a special tissue. and this special tissue is called placenta. This placenta is present between the uterine wall and the embryo. So what is placenta? Placenta is a specific tissue present between the uterine wall and embryo. Okay. Now here you can see this is umbilical cord. Umbilical cord. What is the function of this umbilical cord? It connects the embryo to the mother. Clear? It is a connection between embryo to the mother. Now, what is the function of this placenta? Clear? As the development of embryo take place in the uterus, it needs, because one cell convert into many cells. So when the division of the cells take place, when the growth is going on, obviously it need the energy. So the nourishment from the mother's blood, it comes to the embryo by the placenta. So the first function, that the placenta provide nourishment to the embryo from the mother's blood. It comes to the embryo. The second one, obviously, for the as like the glucose is reaching to the embryo, then what happened? For the energy, it required the oxygen also. So oxygen from the mother's blood to the embryo also provided by the placenta. So these are the two functions. Then here, when the biochemical reactions take place in the embryo, some waste are produced, and this waste again reach to the mother's blood by the placenta. So these are the functions carried out by the placenta. I am explaining again. What is placenta? What is placenta? Placenta is a special tissue between the embryo and the uterine wall. It is disc-like structure. And what is the functions of placenta? The first function, it provide the nourishment to the embryo. Okay, means the glucose. The second function, it provide the oxygen to the embryo. From where? From the mother's blood to the embryo. Then another, the waste which are produced by the biochemical reaction in the embryo, it is removed from the embryo by the placenta. So these are the different functions carried out by the placenta. Now here, and it is also the villi are present over there, and these are also increase the surface area for exchange of these materials. Clear? One thing I want to say you, that embryo till the childbirth, it is remaining in the uterus. The time period where the from the fertilization to the childbirth, it is called gestation period. Clear? From the fertilization or from the implantation to the childbirth, uh, from the fertilization to the childbirth, the time period is known as gestation period. And in human, it is of 9 months, that is 36 weeks. Clear? One more term I want to explain you. Like embryo, when it comes and attaches to the uterine wall, it is just the lump of the cell, and slowly and gradually what happen? It develop into, you can see here in this embryo, the we can identify the parts of the body. So the stage of developing embryo, where we can find out the parts of body, that is known as fetus. Clear? One thing, zygote is a single cell structure, embryo is a multicellular structure. And what is fetus? Fetus is a um, stage of developing embryo where we can identify the different parts of body, like we can identify it is head, it is hand, it is leg, etc. Okay, so in this way the development of the fetus take place in the uterus, and the time period of the complete development is called gestation period. So I hope students you understood till here. And here one very important question which is asked by CBSE, that is what is placenta and what are its function. Clear? So placenta is a disc-like structure present between the embryo and uterine wall. Students, after your as your midterm exams over, go through the video again and remain connected to the study. I hope your exams will be good. Now when you are writing, while writing you start learning also. It will help you to write in a better way in your final exam. All the best.